flip-flops. Flip-flop is also a storage element. It stores a single bit of information. Flip-flop is a storage element. It stores one bit of information, right? It is also called as bistable multivibrator. It has two states, 0 and 1, right? What is the if the flip-flop stores a single bit of information, as well as latch is also storing a single bit of information, but what is the difference between latch and flip-flop? Difference between latch and flip-flop. Latch, flip-flop. Latch is a storage element. It stores a single bit of information, but there is no clock pulse in latch. The output will be affected at any instant of time right? As the input changes. Here there is a clock pulse. In flip-flops, clock pulse is nothing but a control signal. In order to affect the output, or the output will be affected, the output will be affected only as the input changes and synchronized with the clock pulse. The inputs are always synchronized with the clock pulse, and based on this, the output will be affected. The output will be affected at a particular instant of time as the input changes and synchronized with the clock pulse. Right? So this is the difference between latch and flip-flop we have. So there is no control signal in case of latch, there is a control signal in case of clock pulse. What is the importance of control signal? That is clock pulse. So when we are sleeping in the night time, we will put locks for the doors, right? So that none of the persons can enter into our home. If we are not doing like that, if the door is open at the night time also, what happens? Anyone can come into our house, right? Or else you can take the example I have given in the previous class. So after returning back from the college, we are going to homes. Whenever we are going back to our home, if the door is locked, we cannot enter into our home. If the door is open, right, we can enter into our home, right? So if you want to change the output, if the clock pulse is on, the inputs will synchronize with the clock pulse and the output will change. In case of latches, there is no clock pulse. So at any instant of time, as the inputs are changing, the output will be changed. But here in case of flip-flop, the output will change only when the clock pulse is on and the inputs are synchronized with the clock pulse. Even though if the inputs are changing, if the clock pulse is off, the output doesn't affect. If the clock pulse is off and the input are changing, the output doesn't affected, right? That is the meaning of flip-flops. So let us see the first one. Flip-flops are also called as gated latches. Gated latches are nothing but flip-flops, right? Let us see the first one. Gated SR latch or SR flip-flop. What is mean by S and what is mean by R? S is nothing but set, R is nothing but reset. So before explaining this, let us see what is mean by clock. We will define clock pulse here. Clock. Clock pulse is a sequence of pulses. This is the clock pulse. It has edges. This is positive going edge, positive edge. This is negative edge, right? And this is level 1. This is positive going edge and this is negative going edge. So when the inputs are synchronized with the positive edge of the clock pulse, it is called as positive edge triggered flip-flop. When the inputs of the flip-flops are synchronized with the positive edge of the clock pulse. It is named as positive edge triggered flip-flop. Right? The continuation I will write here. Next, in negative edge triggered flip-flops, edge triggered flip-flops the inputs will synchronize with negative edges of the clock pulse. Edges of the clock pulse. Right? In case of level triggered level 1, right? So the clock indication in positive edge triggered flip-flop in truth table is this. The level which is going from logic 0 to logic 1 is called as positive edge. Next, the clock indication in negative edge triggered flip-flop in truth table is the level which is going from logic 0 to logic 1 is called as negative edge trigger, right? The clock indication in level triggered flip-flop is 1, right? Presence of clock pulse. So what is meant by positive edge? The level which is going from logic 0 to logic 1 is called positive edge. Next, the level which is going from logic 1 to logic 0 is called negative edge, right? The level which is going from logic 0 to logic 1 is called as positive edge. The level which is going from logic 1 to logic 0 is called as negative edge, right? So the inputs S and R will synchronize with the corresponding edges of the clock pulse. So based on this synchronization, the output will be affected. Let us see the explanation in the flip-flops. Is the clock pulse is clear? Clock pulse is a sequence of pulses. Is a series of pulses, right? So based on the clock pulse, the flip-flops are categorized as edge triggered flip-flops and level triggered flip-flops. In case of edge triggered, again positive edge triggered flip-flops, negative edge triggered flip-flops. Let us see the first flip-flop, normal gated SR latch. For all the flip-flops, the truth table is same, but whenever you are drawing the waveforms, you have to look at the edges of the clock pulse, right? So this is the block diagram of the flip-flop. SR flip-flop, Q bar. SR. So this is normal level triggered flip-flop. Clock S and R are the inputs. S, R. Logic diagram of SR flip-flop. Normal clock pulse. Level, just levels we are considering in this, right? If you look at the block diagram of a positive edge triggered flip-flop, SR flip-flop, SR are the inputs. This is the symbol of positive edge triggered flip-flop. For a clock pulse, there will be variation in the symbol. This is the variation. Clock. In short form, clock can be represented as CLK. These are the inputs, right? And this is output. This is positive edge triggered flip-flop logic diagram. And this is last one, negative edge triggered. Just there will be variations in the representation of the clock pulse. So for negative edge triggered flip-flops, the clock pulse is represented like this: bubble and band. So this is S, R, this is clock pulse, this is SR flip-flop, Q and Q bar are the outputs. So these are the outputs in all the cases. These are the inputs. Right? This is named as negative edge triggered flip-flop, SR flip-flop. This is positive edge triggered SR flip-flop. This is normal logic diagram of gated latch, that is level triggered flip-flop, right? So these are the differences in terms of their logic diagrams. So if in the examination positive edge triggered SR flip-flop is asked, you have to draw this logic diagram. Just notation for the clock pulse is different in all the three cases. Explanation is same. And when you are drawing the waveforms, input and output waveforms, you have to consider the positive edges in case of positive edge triggered flip-flop. In case of negative edge triggered flip-flop, you have to consider the negative edges of the clock pulse. In case of level triggered flip-flop, you have to consider the levels while drawing the output waveforms, right? In level triggered flip-flops, the inputs are synchronized with the levels and output will be affected. In case of positive edge triggered flip-flops, the inputs are synchronized with the positive edges of the clock pulse and there will be effect in the output. In case of negative edge triggered flip-flop, the inputs are synchronized with the negative edges of the clock pulse and the output will be affected. So these are the differences in terms of their logic diagrams. Let us see the logic circuit and truth table. In the truth table, the clock representation for this gated latches is clock is represented as 1. Clock representation in truth table is 1. Here clock representation in truth table is like this. Here clock representation in truth table is like this. Negative edge, the level which is going from logic 1 to logic 0. The level which is going from logic 0 to logic 1 is called as positive edge. The level which is going from logic 1 to 0 is called as negative edge. So is clear? These are the logic diagrams. Let us see the operation. Right? I will take NAND latch. A flip-flop is derived from a latch. Right? I will use NAND latch here. You know the functioning of NAND latch. You draw the NAND latch. And add steering gates. It will become a flip-flop. I am taking NAND gates here. I will apply inputs to this end and I will short these two inputs. I will connect a clock pulse here. This is clock, this is S, this is R. This is internal logic circuit. So these are the steering gates. Right? We call this as steering gates. I will explain the meaning of steering gates. Don't bother about this. This is a NAND latch. Right? You know the function of NAND latch, right? Again, there is no need to analyze in deep. If you remember this, just apply the inputs. Whatever the outputs you are getting are the inputs to this latch. By looking at the truth table of NAND latch, directly you can write the outputs. So I will recollect the NAND latch again here. NAND latch. S R Qn Qn plus 1. Present state, next state. 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 double 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1. So this is invalid. This combination is invalid in case of NAND latch. This is set. This is reset. This is no change. Right? So I will write the truth table here of SR latch, SR flip-flop. S is the input, R is the input, Qn is the present state, PS stands for present state. These are the inputs. And the next state is, I am denoting with NS, Qn plus 1. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. And additional input you have in flip-flops is a clock pulse. Clock. Right? Okay. Now apply the inputs. I am assuming this is a gated SR latch, that is level triggered. I will apply clock pulse value as 1. The meaning of this is clock is present. When clock is present, this level of the clock pulse is present, right? If the inputs of the flip-flop are S is 0, R is 0, if the passed output is assumed as 0, 0, 0 are the inputs to the first NAND gate, 1, 2, 0 is one input, clock pulse is nothing but 1 here, 0, 1, if you apply to the NAND gate, what is the output of the NAND gate? 1. Again this input is appearing to the clock input here, right? This is 1, again 1, 0, 1, 0, this will be 1. So now 1, 1 are the inputs. 1, 1 are the inputs to the NAND latch. This is the latch, right? NAND latch. This is the functioning of this latch. 1, 1 are the inputs to the NAND latch. Passed output is 0. What is the next state? 1, 1 are the inputs to the NAND latch. Passed output is 0. What is the next state we got? Next state is 0. I will write 0 here, right? Next, when 0, 0 are the inputs, the steering gates, and the passed output is assumed as 1, 0, 1 will be 1, 0, 0, 1 will be 1, 1, 1 are the inputs to NAND latch, the passed output is 1, 1, 1 are the inputs to the NAND latch, passed output is 1. What is the next state? 1 you got. So whatever the next state we obtain, it is same as past output, present state. So you can name this state as no change in case of SR flip-flop, right? The function of these steering gates are, these steering gates drives the latch. We call these as steering gates because these gates drives this latch. So the name is given as steering gates, right? Next, you can apply next combination. Clock pulse is 1, S is 0, R is 1, 0, 1 are the inputs to the NAND gate, the output will be 1. Next, 1, 1 are the inputs to the NAND gate, the output will be 0. Now what are the inputs to this NAND latch? The inputs to this NAND latch are 1, 0, the passed output is 0, 1, 0, the passed output is 0, the output of the NAND latch is 0. So here you are getting 0. I will write 0 here, right? Next, if the passed output is assumed as 1 for the same inputs, here you got 1, 1, 1, 0 at this end, right? 1, 0 are the inputs to the NAND latch. The past output is 1. What is the next state? 0. Reset. We call this as reset. If you want to store a value of 0 in this flip-flop, you have to apply this combination. Here for all these conditions, clock pulse is present. Clock is present, right? Now, when clock pulse is present, if you apply the inputs as S is 1, R is 0, 1 1 will become 0 at this end, 1 0 will become 1, the output of NAND gate. Just remember the function of NAND gate, recall the truth table of NAND gate, and you will get these outputs. 0 1 are the inputs to NAND latch. If the past output is assumed as 0, 0 1 are the inputs to NAND latch, past output is assumed as 0. What is the next state you got? 1. Next, when clock pulse is present, if you apply the same inputs at this end, you are getting 0 1, right? If you assume the past output as 1, 0 1 are the inputs to NAND latch, past output is 1, the next state is 1. This is set state. Now look at the last condition. Now I am applying S is 1, R is 1, past output is assumed as 0, 1 1 is 0, 1 1 is 0. If the past output of the NAND latch is 0 for these inputs, right? See, this is the input 0, this is the input 0, obtained from these two gates outputs. These outputs are given as inputs to NAND latch, so we call these gates as steering gates. These steering gates drives this latch. 0 0 are the inputs to NAND latch. The past output is 0, invalid state. Again same 1 1, you will get 0 0. If you assume the past output as 1, you will get same invalid state. So invalid or indeterminate state. So this is the, here also clock is present. Now we have a very important point here. Let us assume, already I have told you the differences between latch and flip-flop. In latch, at any instant of time, if the inputs are changing, the output will be affected, right? In flip-flops, the applied inputs have to synchronize with the clock pulse. In the presence of the clock pulse, if the inputs are changing, the output will be affected. In the absence of the clock pulse, what happens? Clock pulse is 0. Clock is 0. Whatever the input you apply, let us see what happens. See, I am taking a 1 0 combination, or your wish, you can take any of these three combinations in the absence of the clock pulse. What is the output we will get? Let us see. S is 1, R is 0, clock is 0. S is 1, R is 0. See, S is 1, R is 0. I am taking the case when clock pulse is not present. So clock pulse 0. 1 0 will become 1 at the output of this NAND gate. 0 0 will become 1 at the output of this NAND gate. Now inputs to the NAND latch are 1 1. If you assume the past output as 0, 1 1, go to NAND latch truth table, 1 1 0. What is the output you got? 0. For the same inputs, if you apply the past output as 1, the next state you are getting is 1. So it is acting as no change, right? If you take S is 0, R is 1, right? 0 0 will become 1, 0 1 will become 1. Next, 1 1 are the inputs to the NAND latch. If you assume 0, you will get the 0 as next state. If you assume the past output as 1, you will get the next state as 1. The meaning here is, in the absence of the clock pulse, whatever may be the inputs, and the past output. The meaning of this cross mark is nothing but don't care. The value of this cross mark can be either 0 or 1. Whatever may be the value of all these inputs, the output doesn't change. It remains as it is as the past output. If the past output is 0, it remains 0 in the next state in the absence of the clock pulse. If the past output is 1 for any combination of S and R, it remains unchanged as 1. That is the meaning. In the absence of the clock pulse, whatever may be the inputs you apply here and whatever may be the past output you can assume here, the output will not change. It remains as the past output. Right? Is this clear? This is the truth table of SR flip-flop. The explanation is everything is same, just differentiation we have to show in the clock pulse. So this is gated SR latch, that is level triggered flip-flop. In case of positive edge triggered flip-flop, the logic diagram will be for positive edge triggered flip-flop this one. This is for positive edge trigger. And the clock pulse representation is just include this arrow in the clock pulse. In the absence of the clock pulse, simply we will put 0. Everything, truth table, everything is same, just there is a variation in the indication of the clock pulse in terms of logic diagram and truth table. Here, the clock symbol is represented like this. In the logic circuit, the clock symbol is represented like this. If it is negative edge triggered flip-flop, just add a bubble. Negative edge triggered, this will be negative edge triggered flip-flop. And for the clock pulse, the indication is arrow is showing downwards for the clock pulse. This will become negative edge triggered flip-flop. The absence of the clock pulse is represented with 0. And in the logic circuit, the clock pulse is indicated like this. Right? And when you are drawing the waveforms, the inputs are synchronized based on the edges and levels of the clock pulse, whatever it may be. So this is the representation. The entire operation is same, just variation is, see, in terms of symbols, the flip-flops are varied, like positive edge trigger, negative edge trigger, and gated SR latch, that is edge trigger, level trigger. And in the truth table, the indication is different. Is this clear? Let us see how we are drawing the waveforms based on positive edge and negative edge trigger. Just remember the symbols. For your online exams, that is bits, for your bits also, they will ask symbols. Positive edge, which the logic diagram shown below is of positive edge triggered SR flip-flop. They will give different symbols and you have to pick the correct one by looking at the symbol of the flip-flop, logic symbol of the flip-flop. Let us draw the waveforms of negative edge triggered flip-flop. Waveforms of negative edge triggered flip-flop, SR flip-flop. Right? First of all, you have to define the clock pulse here. Clock is a series of sequence of pulses. This is clock. This is negative going edge. So we have considered negative edge triggered. So these are the negative edges of the flip. This is clock 0, clock 1, clock 2, clock 3, clock 4. one complete cycle is nothing but negative half cycle, positive half cycle. Positive half cycle, negative half cycle is treated as one complete cycle. So this is one complete cycle in the clock pulse. This is get confused. This problem. This is with respect to time, right? This is one complete cycle. Positive level, negative level, one complete cycle. So this is negative, positive. This is treated as one complete, one pulse, one clock pulse. Right? Logic 0, logic 2. As you can see in sinusoidal waveform, this is one complete cycle. Right? T with respect to time. Here also a clock pulse contains positive half cycle, negative half cycle. It is positive level and negative level, right? So this is clock pulse 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I will draw the dotted lines, the clock pulse for the clock pulses, right? I will define input. I will define the input. Input S, 0 level, 1 level. You take any input, don't by heart this. Right? And input R, 0 and 1, level 0 and level. So this is the input I have taken, right? R, this is 1 0 1 0 1 0. This is 1 0 0 1 1 0 0. Now draw the next states of the flip flops. Qn plus 1. Next state 0 1. Now initially the past output you don't know, as we have assumed in case of latches. Here also we have to assume the past output initially either 0 or 1, that is our wish. Now negative edge of the clock pulse arrives. So this is the first clock pulse, negative edge of the clock pulse. The past output we don't know, right? We have to assume the past output either 0 or 1. That is the chance we have for assumption initially to assume the past output. So here S input is 1 in the presence of the clock pulse. If there is no clock pulse, whatever the past output you have, you can write the same past output. Here clock pulse is present. The input S is 1, R is 1. And while taking the inputs, please try to avoid getting the conditions both are 1 1 because the output for this is invalid. So I will change this input to 0 because 1 1 gives us invalid combination. So for that reason, in order to explain you, I have taken 1 1. So don't, while you are drawing the waveforms, try to neglect the combinations both are 1 1 because the output of this combination is invalid, indeterminate state. So now the input S is 1, R is 0, right? The past output we don't know, initially we have to assume. When S is 1, R is 0, clock pulse, negative edge of the clock pulse arrives. If I am assuming the past output as 0, what is the next state? 1. I am assuming initially the past output is 0. So the past output is 0, the inputs applied are S is 1, R is 0, negative edge of the clock pulse arrives. The next state is 1. See, I am drawing the next state as 1. And it will remain 1 till the next negative edge of the clock pulse. So in between this time period, if these inputs are changing, if any of these two inputs are changing, that doesn't affect the output because these two inputs are synchronized at the negative edge of the clock pulse till the next negative edge of the clock pulse arrives. Even though if there is a change in between these two inputs S and R, the output will not change, right? Let us assume you have 1 here, this is 0, let us assume this input is changed to 1, right? At the negative edge of the clock pulse, this input 1 and 0 is synchronized, and based on the past value, the next state is obtained, and this next state doesn't change during this time interval. See, this is the time interval. In between this time interval, R is changing, but this R doesn't affect the output. That is the importance of clock pulse we have. In case of latch, there is no clock pulse. In between this time period, if input is changing, definitely that affects the output in case of NOR latch because we don't have a clock pulse. Here in case of SR flip-flop, we have a clock pulse. The importance of this clock pulse is in between this time period, if the inputs are changing, that doesn't affect the output. At the starting itself, at the negative edge of the clock pulse, these two inputs are synchronized and output will remain same till the next negative edge of the clock pulse. In between this time period, even though if the inputs are changing, that doesn't affect the output because these two inputs are synchronized with the negative edge of the clock pulse, right? Next, here, negative edge of the clock pulse arrives. The input is 0, R is 0. This is 0. This is 0, R 0. The past output is 1. 0, 0, past output is 1. What is the next state? 1. And this will remain 1 till the next negative edge of the clock pulse. During the second negative edge of the clock pulse, that is during clock pulse 2, negative edge of the clock pulse 2, what is the input? Yes, you have 1. R, you have 0. Past output is 1. S0, sorry, S1, R0, S1, R0, past output is 1, S1, R0, past output is 1. When the negative edge of the clock pulse arrives, what is the next state you have? 1. See, during this time interval, S remains constant, but R is changing. This change doesn't affect the output because at the edge of this clock pulse, during clock pulse 2, during negative edge of the clock pulse 2, the input is synchronized. The input S and R is synchronized. If in between this period, till the next negative edge of the clock pulse arrive, if the input is going to be changed, if any of the input is going to be changed, that doesn't affect the output, right? It remains constant till the next negative edge of the clock pulse. That is the importance of control signal. Gate, that is the clock pulse we have. In case of latches, we don't have clock pulse. So whenever the input is changing, it definitely affects the output in case of latch, but here it doesn't affect. Next, here next negative edge of the clock pulse arrives. S is 0, R is 1. S is 0, R is 1, the past output is 1. What is the next state? 0. It remains 0 till the next negative edge of the clock pulse. In between this time period, even though if the inputs are changing, that doesn't affect the output, because the clock pulse, these inputs are synchronized at the clock pulse 3. So it doesn't affect the output. Again here during clock pulse 4, S is 0, R is 0, the past output is 0. S is 0, R is 0, the past output is 0. The next state is 0. So 1, 1, 1, 0. So this is the output waveforms of SR flip-flop, negative edge triggered SR flip-flop. You try for positive edge triggered SR flip-flop. Just consider the positive edges of the clock pulse and you can draw the waveforms. So till the next positive edge of the clock pulse arrives, even though if the inputs are changing, that doesn't affect the output, right? That is your practice question. So this, what is the complement of this? Finish this first. Q complement. This is complement. 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. Qn plus 1, Qn plus 1 complement, right? By this way, you can draw the output waveforms. So if you are considering levels, just you consider this level till the next positive level is arrived, the output doesn't change. If you are considering the positive edges, so you consider these edges. Instead of considering this, you consider positive edge and draw the waveforms. That is your practice question. Draw input and output waveforms of positive edge triggered SR flip-flop, right?